YouTube. Hey, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy D Lee. What we're gonna talk about in today's video is how to continue to move forward when you hit a rough patch, a little dead space in life when you feeling unmotivated, and you just stuck. That's what we're gonna talk about, man. I had somebody that I work with or whatever that I was talking to, and they were sharing with me what's going on in their life, and that's what kind of led me to make this video. Because, like, for one, it doesn't matter who you are. At some point, everybody is gonna hit a patch. I believe everybody deals with this at least a few times a year. Some people more than others or whatever. And it's good to understand and know why that happens, what's going on, and how to handle, how to maneuver, so that you can continue to move towards your goals and the things that you want and that you aspiring to achieve in life. But yeah, man, like, as far as, hitting a dry patch, and I can speak for myself because I recently dealt with this. So for me, what got me out of it, I had to revert back to the why. I had to look at the reason why I wanted to achieve the goals that I have in the first place. What got me on fire? What made me passionate about it? What, like, uncovered or created the love and the passion and the fire for what it is that I'm working towards. And you have to know the reason why you're doing something, because that's going to keep you motivated. You feel what I'm saying? For me, like, most of you don't know, but beside the motivating people and the personal training, the athletic skill development training that I do for basketball and football players, music is my first true love, with that in sports. But I make music and I'm a music producer. And before I had a lot of things that happened in my personal life last year, I was making a lot of strides, man. Like, I was really, really on it, man. But things happening, like having significant death in my family last year. And then, graduating from college, trying to figure out where I was going to go and what I wanted to do, what direction I wanted to take. Then my car breaking down and my work situation getting funny, and all of those things happening, that like really threw everything out of whack for me. Like, it threw everything out of whack to the point where music took a backseat. Like, that was the last thing that was on my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did it here and there, but it didn't feel the same. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I will say, just to add a pin, everything that I wrote, all of the music production that I made, everything that I did music related during that time span was arguably some of the best work that I made. Like, it's crazy as an artist how the roughest times and the most difficult things help you produce your best work. But that's a video for another day, on how the pain and the struggles that you deal with can produce good things. That's going to be a video that I'm going to do for another day. But as far as staying motivated, you know what I'm saying? You got to know the why, the reason why you're doing something. And for me, with music and everything else that I was doing, I really lost touch of the why. You know what I'm saying? So I got to a point, I think this was somewhere within the last 2 months, where I went back and I wrote all of the things that initially made me love the music. Like, you know what I'm saying? And aspire to be an artist. And for me, that was looking at my favorite artists and what they did for me, what they were doing for the craft, and just everything in general. Like, you know what I'm saying? My favorite artist in a way kind of saved my life, like changed my mindset. Was able to make music that I can relate to with what I'm dealing with, and also speak to a generation, inspire and speak to a generation. And if y'all don't know, I'll just share, like, you know what I'm saying? Some of my favorite artists, I'll just name a couple: J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, old Kanye, Drake, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, especially J. Cole. But just to share, and it's just like me listening to their music, and then, going to a couple of shows where it really was for the community. I don't know if y'all are familiar with J. Cole's homecoming show that he did in his hometown back in 2015. Like, I knew that I liked music and that being an artist was something that I think I wanted to do because of everything that was happening and where my head was at the time. But like, that show and what it meant to his fan base, his core fan base, and his hometown, and just how he really kind of inspired his hometown, somebody that's from a small town that chased their dreams at 18, went through all of the L's, and, really made it big or whatever. That really kind of resonated to me in a way I don't think anything else resonated, man. And it really that was like a defining moment, like, yeah, this is what I want to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I lost touch of that. I really did. But like, not to prolong, I just completely lost touch of why I'm doing the things I'm doing. I took a 2-year break from YouTube, not really posting, because I didn't really know why I was doing it. I knew I wanted to make an impact. I've always known that I wanted to be a voice to a generation, but I lost the reason why. I lost the why and what I'm doing it. As far as working out, the past 4 months have been the most consistent I've worked out in my entire life. And I've always been an athlete and working out, but as far as personal goals and trying to stick to a diet regimen and, being consistent, this is the best I've done. And that was because I was able to really, on a day-to-day basis, look at my why. Like, why am I doing this? And, that's because I know that I wanted to be in the best physical shape that I can be in, and knowing that me being physically in shape is going to be good for my health, good for my athletics, and it looks good for women. Women love a guy that has their body together, that's physically in shape, that, can be disciplined and really take good care of themselves. Those things were my why for that. Those kept me driven. And it's just like, yeah, not to prolong, like, but just sharing my story to really try and drive home the message of understanding that you have to know the why and why you're doing what you're doing. Because on those days where you don't feel like getting up and working out, you don't feel like working on your business, you don't feel like, if you're an artist or something, working on your craft, writing or doing sketches or practicing making beats, scratch beats, doing something different. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're a reader, or if you're somewhere in literature or something, if you're not studying other great writers, or if you're trying to be an innovator, if you're not studying successful people or the most successful innovators and what they did in their path, like, those can get boring. Like, all of those things I name along the journey, you're going to have those days, those weeks where it's just like the results aren't there and you just feel like drained and burnt out. Like, I don't want to do this no more. Like, I'm not seeing any results. And that's where the why comes into play. You got to know and be consciously able to see and really hone in on the why as to why you're doing what you're doing. That's going to keep you driven. That's what you got to do. And it's doable, man. Like, every day when you get up and you know what's down the road, you know what you're working towards, and you know that if you put in this work that you really don't want to do, and you keep doing it, at some time, you're going to get there. then that's gonna keep you motivated, man. It's like building Rome, man. One brick at a time. Every day is a brick, homie. Every day is a brick, my nigga. And that's what you gotta understand, dog. One day at a time. One day at a time. Know your why and keep doing your thing, man. Y'all gonna get there. And I'm just here to keep y'all pushing, keep y'all motivated, man. Cause, you know, if you grind every day, you doing the right things every day, you gonna accomplish everything you set out to accomplish, man. You gonna kill and embody every goal that you got. That's all it is, man. Until next time, peace and love.